What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day, a great week, a great month, a great everything. Today, I want to talk to you about some taxes. Before I get to that, though, it's an exciting day tomorrow. Jackson goes back to school. It's going to be wonderful. Hopefully, all the kids can start getting back to school, and hopefully, we can start getting back to normal. But in any event, taxes are still going to be around, and avoiding them is important, and especially avoiding them on our inheritances. This conversation comes from a conversation I was actually having with my mom. So I talk a lot about having conversations about money and about legacy and about all these things with your family, letting them know what's going on. And I actually sort of practice what I preach. And so I was talking about this kind of stuff with my mom last night, and she was asking me about inheritance taxes. Are there going to be any inheritance taxes owed when she's gone, and all these things. And I thought that it would be a good thing to talk about today. So let's do that real quick. First things first, there generally are no inheritance taxes. Okay, we're going to get technical for a moment. Inheritance taxes would technically be paid when the person that is inheriting the money received the money, right? So like if I died and I gave my kids $100,000, the tax would be paid by the kid when they receive the money, okay? There really aren't any inheritance taxes in the United States, I'm pretty sure. I know there's not one in Kansas, where I'm from. I know there's not one in Washington, where I live. I'm 99% sure there's no inheritance taxes anywhere in the United States. There used to be, but they've sort of phased them out. So you don't really have to worry about an inheritance tax. There are potentially estate taxes that would be owed. Estate taxes are paid generally on the total value of the estate of the person that has died. And there are certain thresholds where if you are under the threshold, you pay no estate taxes, okay? Federally, there is an estate tax. That federal estate tax starts at $11.7 million. Thank you, Donald Trump. And if you are married, you can check a box and you can give your spouse your exemption when you die. So if you're married, it's really, $23.4 million in assets before you have to pay any federal estate taxes, okay? Most people are well under that limit, and that's a good thing. If you are in most states, you don't have to worry about any state estate taxes. If you are curious about your own state's estate tax rules, just Google your state, like Kansas, and estate taxes. It will pop up pretty quickly if you have one. Kansas does not have one, but Washington State does. Washington State's estate tax starts at $2.193 million. So if you have assets over $2.193 million, the estate could potentially be paying some taxes when the person dies. So keep that in mind. Most people are worried about income taxes and all these other kinds of things, capital gains taxes. There's a beautiful thing called step up in basis, which I think I'm going to do a video on specifically later, that you need to know about. But generally, the rule is if you're under those numbers that I just talked about, you don't have to worry about taxes, pretty much, okay? The only tax that you're going to have to pay when you inherit something is if you inherit a retirement account that is like a 401k or just a regular IRA, you are going to pay income tax on those assets when they are distributed to you. The reason for that is that when the money was deposited, when it was invested pre-tax, which means no income taxes were taken from that money when it was put in. The reason you don't put it in then is because you pay it when it comes out. So it doesn't matter who takes it out. When it comes out, it's getting paid. You got to pay the man. Okay, so that's taxes generally. One of the if you make some wrong moves, if you give away your property, for example, to your kids before you die, you can have some pretty impactful tax consequences. My only advice to all of you is before you do anything crazy, before you do nothing crazy, before you make any choices, please talk to somebody that knows what they're doing so they can at least tell you what to do or not to do, or tell you what the consequences of what you're about to do will be so that you can make a choice and move forward knowing that you're going to mess everything up. because oftentimes people do stuff, then they come to me and they want to undo it, but it's too late. And, you know, they've lost out on significant tax savings. They lost out on the step up in basis. They lost out on all kinds of crazy things. And you don't have to, okay? Pick up the phone, call, talk to an estate planning attorney, ask them a couple questions, and trust me, you'll be much, much better off, okay? So rest easy. Very, very few of us are going to be paying estate taxes, and pretty much none of us are going to be paying inheritance taxes. All right, that is it. Thank you for your time. As always, I appreciate you, everyone. If you have questions, comments, leave them. Happy to answer them, and talk to you again soon. All right.